The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
Berry Spin, if you could meet me at the stream table, that would be great. Thanks.
found a friend? You just find them every day?
I mean, look. Of course she does. Hello. Welcome, one and all, to Midwest Sports Hockey for tonight's roller derby action featuring Arch Rival Roller Derby. Somebody's excited. All right, so we're about to get underway here in just a few minutes. We're going to do some roster announcements, but before that, we have to get a little more life in this room, people. So, I'm going to need your all's help. Are you ready? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, but I think we can do better. All right? Are you ready? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. So, let's get this show on the road. Starting off, it's the Lafayette Scare. Number 026, Encyclopedia. Number 11, KD. 15, Deadbolt. 2012, Wildside. 23, Bewitch You Soon. 25, Hammer. 33, The Unholy Ghost. 371, Beast Mode Betty. 403, Scarin. 451, Thea Hellpact. 49, Casso Scary. 66, Bats. 68, Frown Town. Number 8, Full Moon Fury. 82, Comet. And 981, Uhura Boo Daddy. They're coached this evening by the Saint.
And now let's give it up for the Jewel Boxers. Tonight we've got number 1010 Link, number 1111 Strawberry Milkshake, 1414 Babs, number 17 Obsidian, 18 Slayfire, number 1900 Draggy, number 2 Kenny Shot, number 31 Jadrian, 35 Bonnie Boktia, Number 5-3, ornamental damage. 5-6, Birdo. Number 5-6-7, Moonstone Mauler. Number 8-0, Al. 8-6-0, Art Brute. Number 8-9, De La Hoya. Number 9-0, Rectangle. 9-2-8, Regrets. And number 9-9, Problems. The Jewel Boxers are coached tonight by Beastie.
All right, it's time. The final local season game of this year. Looks like the Lafayette Scare are going to run out Frown Town to start this thing off. And it's going to be Babs out there for the Jewel Boxers.
Well, looks like the Boxers are calling for a change of jammer. So we're going to be seeing De La Hoya out on the line. And the jam is on.
A little bit of confusion there as I think Babs had to jump back off the track because she didn't have any numbers on her arms.
Oh,
Got to have all the proper numbers. Meanwhile, Frowntown's going to start this thing off. Lead jammer for the Scare. So Frowntown going to pick up 1 point and then call that jam off to put the Scare on the board.
next out, we're going to see Jadrian out on the line jamming against Bats.
And Bats is going to be lead jammer here for the Scare.
And looks like Jadrian is out as well, star in hand. And Bats is going to take a chance and run this jam, see how many points she can pick up.
Got our first penalty of the game here as KD takes a seat for the Scare. So a 4-on-3 pack advantage now for the Jewel Boxers. So both squads putting 4 points on the board on that pass.
Ooh, that was a very nice dip there by Bats on that outside line to grab 4 more for the Boxers. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 more for the Boxers. Call off that jam. So that is going to be an 8-7 jam. Oh, I'm sorry, a 12-7 jam. Nice work there by Jadrian as well.
So now Babs will take the line for the first time here for the Jewel Boxers, going up against Thea Hellpact for the Scare. So Hellpact is going to be your lead jammer. So Thea hits into the pack, picks up 4 points, and then calls that jam off, extending the Scares lead to 17-7.
So we've got 4 blockers on the track now for the Boxers. 1 in the box for the Scare, as we've got Frowntown jamming against De La Hoya.
Frowntown finds an inside line, quickly picks up lead jammer De La Hoya right on the tail. And De La Hoya is going to force an early call off there. 1 point for the Scare.
So we've still got that 4-3 pack advantage in favor of the Boxers. Jadrian now lining up against Bats. Both of our jammers now going for those sidelines, but getting drawn back.
Finally, after all that, Bats picks up lead jammer. It takes 30 seconds to establish lead. Jadrian still trying to complete the initial pass.
Some nice work there by the Scare blocking, forcing Jadrian to grind it out in the back. Gretz working on a little bit of O there for Jadrian. Meanwhile, we've got Berto forcing that drawback on Bats, so now we are all the way back in turn 4. Bats is through 4 points now on the board for Scare.
Meanwhile, Bats with the second scoring pass, another 4 points there for the Scare. We've had a star pass to Berto, but Bats is going to pick up 4 more points and then call the jam off. So a 12-point jam there for the Scare, stretches the lead to 30-7. Thea Hellpacked on the line again for the Scare, going up against Babs for the Boxers.
We've
And
got
Babs is going to be your lead jammer.
So now we've got Thea out on their initial pass as well. We'll see if Babs opts to run this jam, maybe clear the penalty box. Some nice footwork by Babs there at the top. Looks like she is going to run the jam.
Jewel Boxers right now with 2 blockers in the box. So a 4-on-2 pack advantage for the Scare right now. Big jam here for the Scare. Ooh, we got our first power jam here as the Scare jammer takes a seat in the penalty box. I believe it was a blocking on a bounds call. So the Boxers are going to have a power jam to start here. A 15-7 jam in favor of the Boxers there.
Jamming for the Boxers on this power start. We've got De La Hoya. And lead goes to the Boxers. So we've already got one scoring pass on the board by the time this power jam is over. And another 4 points picked up by the Boxers. Thea doing a nice job coming hot out of the box and out on her initial.
Another nice scoring pass there by De La Hoya. Yeah. Big jam here so far for the Jewel Boxers. 16 on the board so far. And it's going to be 20 after that pass.
Nice work by the Boxers blocking in the back there, buying a little bit more time for De La Hoya to score. But that will be another 4 points for the Scare.
So 4 more points before calling that jam off, and we've got ourselves a lead change. A 24-point jam for De La Hoya. Next up on the line for the Jewel Boxers, that's Jadrian going up against Frown Town for the Scare. Frowntown quickly picks up lead jammer for the Scare. So 4 points on the board there for that pass for Frowntown. And now we're going to have a power jam here for the Jewel Boxers. With that penalty on Frowntown, that means we're going to have a 2-minute jam.
With the Scare losing so many blockers to the box, this is a great opportunity for the Boxers to put some points on the board, and Jadrian does. 4 points for the Boxers.
Power jam comes to an end as Frowntown comes out of the box and re-engages quickly. Another 4-point pass there for Frowntown.
Oh, nice hit out by Ahura.
So Jadrian put 4 on the board there on that last pass. So it was a 15-8 jam. And we have yet another lead change. Lafayette Scare back in the lead by 2 points. And it's going to be Babs out there now for the Boxers going up against Bats for the Scare.
Oh, and Bats finds a hole on the inside line. It makes a quick escape to grab lead jammer. However, Babs is also out on her initial pass.
So Bats hits the pack, gets a few points, and calls that jam off. 3 points on that jam.
So on the line now, we've got Frowntown of the Scare jamming against De La Hoya. Frowntown quickly picks up lead. De La Hoya, however, also out on their initial. So it looks like Frowntown was able to pick up a quick 2 points before she called that jam. Bring our score up, a 61 Scare, 54 for the Boxers. Still a very tight game.
So Thea Helpact out there for the Lafayette Scare quickly picks up lead jammer on that inside line. Jadrian out there for the Jewel Boxers.
Nice drawback there by the Boxers blocking. Let's see if they can force Thea to grind it out in the back. And meanwhile, lead is going to go to Thea, who opts to call off that jam.
The official chiropractor of arch rival Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Dr. Jennifer McCleary provides top-notch sports chiropractic care, injury rehabilitation, acupuncture, nutrition consultation, and cutting-edge recovery modalities. Whether you're looking to recover from an injury, prevent one from happening, or simply optimize your performance, she has the expertise and experience you need. That's Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic. We're back in action now. It's Babs out there for the Boxers going up against Frowntown for the Scare. And Babs is going to be your lead jammer. Frowntown also right out of the pack. And Babs is going to have to call that jam off. So a 0-0 jam. I don't think you're going to see too many of those in this game.
So we are starting Jam 12 with a full contingent of blockers. De La Hoya jamming against Bats.
And De La Hoya is your lead jammer.
So we have made it all the way around to turn 3, and Bats is just grinding it out at the top of the pack. Meanwhile, we've got De La Hoya on their second scoring pass. Ooh, they find a little bit of daylight on the inside. 4 more points for the Boxers. Nice hit out by Draghi, forcing Bats into that one-on-one at the top of the pack. It looks like we have had a star pass now.
So the jam is called, 4 more points. Is a 16-point jam, which is also a lead change. Jewel Boxers once again ahead by 6 points. The score 70-64 with 11:19 to go here in the first half. And it's going to be Jadrian now out there for the Boxers, going against Frowntown for the Scare.
Really grindy start to this next jam. But your lead jammer is going to be Frowntown.
Four points on the board so far for Frowntown in the Scare. Another quick strike by Frowntown, 4 more points.
It's a very nice star pass now to Slayfire. And it looks like we've got Frowntown calling to run this jam long.
Another 4 points there for Frowntown.
Nice work there by Slayfire. Thought that was going to be a track cut, but she seeds just in time.
So another scoring pass in the books, and then Frowntown calls the jam off, but I do believe that is going to be a 24-point jam for the Lafayette Scare and a lead change. Oh, and Babs picks up a track cut right off the bat, so it's going to be a power jam here for, or no, it's not, as the Help Act is now also headed to the penalty box for a back block. So we're going to swap jammers. This is going to be about a 5-second power jam for Babs.
So yeah, fun fact for our newer viewers, you cannot have both jammers in the box at the same time. It kind of breaks the game. So you will sometimes see those jammers trading off shorter penalties.
With no one able to now secure lead jammer, this will be a full 2-minute jam.
That is a hard one. 4 points going to each of our teams on that pass. Lahara with a little spin move there around the apex. 4 more points for the Scare. Meanwhile, we've got Babs grinding it out now with that Scare blocking contingent. Wildside and Hammer forcing that drawback.
So an 11-8 jam there in favor of the Scare, stretches the Scare's lead to 9 points. 95-86 in favor of the Scare with 6:27 to go here in the first half.
All right, we've got bats now on the line, jamming against De La Hoya. Bats forced into that drawback by Draghi, so lead is going to go to De La Hoya. That's such a fun name to say. And that is 4 on the board for the Boxers. Got bats now trying to stay center and drive those Boxers blockers up, giving De La Hoya time to score 4 more points.
So we have a star pass for the Scare to Bolt, to Deadbolt is now the jammer for the Scare, and that's gonna be the end of the jam there as De La Hoya calls it off, but not before picking up 3 more points on that last pass, so 11 points.
Hammer, I believe that was a lead change.
Yes, yes it was.
It's a really exciting game.
Slayfire out there jamming for the Jewel Boxers against Frowntown for the Scare, and Frowntown finds an inside line and quickly picks up lead jammer.
Ooh, Slayfire driven out of bounds, and it looks like Frowntown's going to opt to take a little gamble, run this jam long. So far, it's paying off. Another 4 on the board for the Scare. Smart re-entry there by Slayfire. Got 30 seconds left in this jam. Both of our jammers scoring, and we are still running it.
So Frowntown going to call that jam off, but not before picking up 2 more points. So a 26-point jam for the Lafayette Scare and another lead change.
Oh my goodness.
We're getting more changes here than a Weird Al concert.
You know, I got to see him live a couple months ago. You are correct.
And we have our first timeout called by the Jewel Boxers. So the S1 Lifer helmet, best fit plus best protection equals made for roller derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer.
Run by skaters for skaters, Derby Beast is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel and team stores. Design your print, choose your colors, and bring your ideas to life. Ranging from jerseys, hoodies, tanks, shorts, covers, and now bandanas. They bring out the gear that makes your crew both fashionable and fierce. Outfitting the next wave of athletes on and off the track, unleash your beast at Derby Beast. Go to derbybeast.net and start your custom order today. like to remind everybody that we've got players going around now taking bids for the, I believe it was fan favorite player of the game. Throw in $1. Let us know. Who do you love watching? So we've got Thea now jamming against Jadrian. Oh, nice catch there by Draghi up at the top. Ooh. And lead jammer is gonna go to Jadrian.
Hey, yo, Jadrian, you got yourself a lead jammer. So 3 points on that jam for Jadrian. So score 121 Scare, 112 Boxers with 1:27 to go here in the first half. What could very well be the last jam of the first half about to begin here, and it's going to be between Frowntown for the Scare and De La Hoya for the Boxers, and Frowntown's going to be your lead jammer. And here comes De La Hoya. Four points for each jammer on that first scoring pass. Frowntown going to hit the pack, pick up 2 points and call it off. But that's going to give us time for another jam.
All right, looks like we've got one jam left in the half. And we are going to have Babs now on the jammer line, jamming against Bats.
Ooh. Track cut call on Bats. So we're going to have a power jam here for Babs and the Jewel Boxers. An opportunity here in the waning moments of the first half to chip away at that lead. An 11-point lead right now enjoyed by the Scare. Babs looking to chip away at that here.
Looks like Scare blockers trying to pick up a little bit of speed there. Denying Babs those points if they can. Babs finds a way around the outside. Another 4 points for the Boxers.
Power jam comes to an end. Babs is your lead jammer for the Boxers. Nice work on the outside line there for Babs. Gets through, picks up 4 points. Initial pass now completed by Bats. Gonna pick up 3 points on that last pass. Oh, heavens to Betsy. We have a tie game. Wow. What a first half between these two squads. And that is going to be halftime, so we're going to have about a 10-minute intermission. So now would be a perfect time to check out the merch booth or to head up and just get yourself a drink or a snack. So we're going to have a short break here, and then we will be right back in action with second half coming right up.
The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same. So size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
All right, about to get back in action here. The second half, these two teams are knotted up at 127. To start things off here in the second half, it's going to be Frowntown versus De La Hoya. Both teams at full strength. And we are underway, second half action. And De La Hoya is going to be your lead jammer to start things off here for the Jewel Boxers.
Oh, and it looks like the Boxers are in a little bit of penalty trouble at the start of this half.
Yeah, the Boxers taking a page out of the Saints playbook, running these jams a little longer than they normally would, giving up some points, but getting points of their own in return. That's going to be an 8-4 jam to start off the first half. So the Boxers going to be in the lead now by 4. Jam 2 here, about to get underway, and it's going to be Babs for the Boxers against Bats for the Scare.
So big advantage on this start now, and Bats takes advantage. Lead jammer goes to the Scare. Box is cleared. Bats calls off the jam. 4 on the board for Scare, and we have another tied game.
Next up on the line, it's Jadrian for the Boxers, Thea Hellpact for the Scare.
So we've got Thea in the back trying to pull that Boxers wall apart. However, she does get out. Lead jammer goes to the Scare.
So a back block call on Thea Hellpack's going to be our first power jam of the second half, and it's going to go in favor of the Boxers. And now with the star pass to Regrets, this jam is going to go the full 2 minutes.
All right, we've got our Boxers blockers cleared out of the box, trying to give Gretz a little bit of help. And Gretz does get out 4 points for the Boxers.
So that jam comes to an end. 3 points for the Scare, 4 points for the Boxers, and that's going to be a 1 point difference. The Boxers up 143-142. And it's going to be Frown Town now out there for the scare. Going to make it De La Hoya for the Boxers. Frown Town lead jammer scare.
And nice hop there by De La Hoya. Also out on their initial pass. Scare is still in a little bit of penalty trouble. So it looks like Frown Town is going to try to do a couple more laps, clear the box. And with both of our jammers going point for point in that jam, we still have Jewel Boxers in the lead by 1 point. 155 to 154.
Best fit plus best protection equals the S1 Lifer helmet. Get a lifer, be a lifer.
The penalty box is clear. The pack is ready. We've got Bats now on the line against Babs. Babs trying to beat that scare. Recycle at the front of the pack. She does to grab lead jammer. Both of our jammers now forced to draw back. Looks like Dragon's going to take Bats all the way back to the pivot line. And meanwhile, we've got 4 on the board for the Boxers.
So a star pass by the scare. Hammer now the jammer. So Babs calls that jam off. 3 points for Hammer. Looks like 3 points there for the Boxers as well. So 5 points separate these two squads now. And it'll be Frown Town out there for the scare. Jadrian for the Boxers. Frown Town with a nice move to the outside, picks up lead jammer for the scare.
Jadrian grinding it out at the top as Rectangle tries to crash that wall, as does Link.
Four points there for Frown Town in the scare.
Got Berto now trying to clear a path for Jadrian. As this pack just gets grindier and grindier. Frown Town goes for the apex jump and makes it. Meanwhile, that is a successful star pass, so your jammer for the Boxers is Berto.
Frown Town with 4 more points. Another 4 points there for Frowntown. And 3 more points there as the jam comes to an end. So it's going to be a 31-point jam for the Scare and a lead change. Thea Hellpact now out there for the Scare.
Up against De La Hoya. Some names are just more fun to say.
Oh, yes. So a 4-on-3 pack advantage in favor of the Boxers as Deadbolt sits in the penalty box right now.
De La Hoya popping back up and grabs lead jammer for the Boxers. Thea, meanwhile, looking for a little daylight on the inside. Does get closed off, however. And that is 4 more points from De La Hoya.
So De La Hoya picks up 4 more points on the last pass there. Quickly calls the jam off. So 14 points the difference now in favor of the Scares, 188 to 174 with 18:47 to go here in the second half. And it's going to be Frowntown out there now for the Scare, going against Babs for the Boxers.
Oh, Frowntown jukes out that tripod to grab lead. Babs hot on her heels.
I think you can safely say that the Frowntown is having a monster game for the Scare.
Oh, for sure. And even with that 31-point jam, this is a tight game. Nice O there from Draghi on the outside. Getting Babs that quick scoring pass.
So a 12-12 jam there. And now it'll be Slayfire out there for the Boxers against Bats for the Scare.
Slayfire. Heading wild side, taking a little bit of a spill, pops right back up. Quick recycle there from the Scare, but Slayfire scores 4 more points for the Boxers. And that is a star pass now to Deadbolt, so Slayfire grabbing 4 more, calls off that jam. And suddenly we have a 6-point game.
The official chiropractor of arch rival Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic. Optimize your performance. She has the expertise and experience you need.
Got Frowntown now jamming up against De La Hoya, who grabs a quick lead going up the inside line. Frowntown also out on her initial. Oh, big apex
Wow.
hop by De La Hoya. 4 points going
Wow.
to the Boxers. And this is a 2-point game.
So making their first appearance on the jam line tonight for the Boxers, that's Draghi going up against Thea Helpact for the Scare. Thea Helpact going to be your lead jammer for the Scare. Oh, and a track cut call on Draghi, so now a power jam here for the Scare. Thea Helpact calls the jam off after picking up 4 points. Want to take advantage of this power jam situation and put Frowntown back out there. We'll see if it pays off. Because you get Frowntown to start this jam on the power jam, and then on top of it, Frowntown will then be going up against Draghi once the power jam comes to an end.
Like you said, Hammer, Frowntown's been having a monster game, so great choice to start off this power jam. And lead jammer goes to Frowntown.
Power jam comes to an end as Draghi re-enters play for the Boxers.
So Frowntown calls off that jam. It's going to be another 4 points for the Scare. Oh, actually, I think another 6 points for the Scare. So that's going to bring our score 210 Scare, 198 Boxers.
Next up on the jammer line for the Boxers, it's Babs going up against Bats for the Scare. Babs able to maintain their balance and pick up lead jammer for the Boxers. Two Jewel Boxer blockers headed to the penalty box, so a 4-on-2 advantage now in the pack for the Scare.
Babs doing a nice job of fighting through those elevator doors of those blockers at the front. Oh. Looks like we had some refs down, but they are okay.
So a 4-4 jam there. So the difference still 12 points. 11:30 to go here in the second half. The Scare lead 214 to 202. And it's De La Hoya out there for the Boxers against Frowntown for the Scare.
This is a great opportunity for the Scare. Two Boxers blockers still in the box as she grabs the lead.
So Frowntown quickly calls that jam off, picks up 4 points, extends their lead. We're going to have a referee timeout. Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Dr. Jennifer McCleary provides top-notch sports chiropractic care, injury rehabilitation, acupuncture, nutrition consultation, and cutting-edge recovery modalities. Whether you're looking to recover from an injury, prevent one from happening, or simply optimize your performance, she has the expertise and experience you need That's the official chiropractor of our travel, Triad Sports, and Family Chiropractic.
Durable, functional, stable. I'm wearing them right now. The S1 Pro knee pads are built for roller derby.
Run by skaters for skaters, Derby Beast is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel and team stores. Design your print, choose your colors, and bring your ideas to life. Ranging from jerseys, hoodies, tanks, shorts, covers, and now bandanas, they bring out the gear that makes your crew both fashionable and fierce. Outfitting the next wave of athletes on and off the track, unleash your beast at Derby Beast. Go to derbybeast.net to start your custom order today. About to get back in action here, and it's Jadrian on the line for the Boxers, going to be against Thea Hellpact for the scare.
And Lee Jammer's going to go to Thea. Jadrian now also out on her initial. Thea finding some room on that inside. Apex scores 4 more points for the scare. So we've got Jadrian now fighting in the back as the scare starts to send a little bit of O for Thea. Thea pushing that pack up as far as she can. Gets through for another 4 points.
So they're going to call that jam off. 3 points there at the end for Jadrian. So a 12-3 jam. 17 points, now the difference in favor of the scare. 9:16 to go here in the second half. And now it's going to be Frown Town for the scare, going up against Babs for the Boxers. Frown Town so far this game has been an absolute dominating force on the track. But it's going to be Babs who picks up lead jammer here for the Boxers. Each team sending a blocker to the box.
All right, so Browntown out through on a scoring pass. Moonstone Mahler closing off that apex to Babs and forcing the call off.
So 4-4 is the different 4-4 is the jam there. Each team putting 4 points on the board, and now it's going to be Bats out there for the scare, going against De La Hoya for the Jewel Boxers. Oh, now we got a timeout by the scare. Located in Maplewood, 26 Fitness helps people fall in love with fitness by creating an inclusive, body-positive CrossFit and weightlifting gym where strength builds confidence and community builds resilience. We work out because we love our bodies, not because we hate them. We pride ourselves in being welcoming, accessible, and completely non-intimidating. No egos, no judgment, just a supportive community that meets you where you are. Visit CrossFit26.com for more info.
If you need to protect your noggin, how about go with the S1 Lifer helmet? Best fit plus best protection equals the S1 Lifer helmet. Get a lifer, be a lifer.
Gotta protect that nougat.
Like the ones with the visor? right, so with that time out coming to an end now, we've got Bats donning the star against De La Hoya. And both of our teams will start blocker down. Oh, and lead is going to go to Bats.
Oh, we got a power jam here as De La Hoya takes a seat in the penalty box for the Boxers. So an opportunity here for the Scare to stretch that lead.
Oh, some nice work there by the Boxers blocking, dragging Bats to the back. Closing off that space on the inside line and killing that power jam.
Nice penalty kill there by the Boxers. In a pivotal moment this late in the game, the Boxers only give up 8 points on the power jam. Keeps them within striking distance. 25 points, the difference now. And it's Draghi on the line for the Boxers going up against Frowntown for the Scare. Boxers down one blocker as Slayfire sits in the penalty box.
Oh, some nice feet by Frowntown now, so the lead is going to go to the Scare. Draghi out on her initial pass as well. Oh, and Draghi manages to evade that recycle from Deadbolt. As Frowntown grabs another 4 points. So it looks like we are going to have another long jam.
We got ourselves some Australian rules derby right now.
Ooh.
4 more points on the jam for Frowntown.
Oh, nice lateral feet there from Frowntown. Another quick 4 points. Draghi on another scoring pass as well.
So a 21-16 jam in favor of the Scare stretches the lead to 259 to 229 with 4:20 to go here in the second half. A timeout called by the Boxers.
Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Dr. Jennifer McCleary provides top-notch sports chiropractic care, injury rehabilitation, acupuncture, nutrition consultation, and cutting-edge recovery modalities. Whether you're looking to recover from an injury, prevent one from happening, or simply optimize your performance, she has the expertise and experience you need. She helped me out with a little bit of whiplash a few weeks ago. Night and day difference. Personally recommend.
I just need a whole new back. Can they do like a back replacement? Is that a thing yet?
You could always ask. Probably.
Science!
So with under 5 minutes left in this game now, we've got Thea Hellcat on the line against Babs. Full contingent of blockers on the track. And lead is going to go to Babs. So with two blockers in the box, especially Babs is going to look to run this jam a little long, put as many points on the board as she can. Ooh. Big swing by KD, but Babs is on through for another 4. Boxers in a little bit of penalty trouble, but Rectangle and Berto doing a nice job of sitting on Thea. Oh no, and that is a track cut for Babs, so this is going to be a power jam in favor of the Lafayette Scare.
So that jam comes to an end, and it's going to be looks like a 12-12 jam. Correction, a 16-12 jam in favor of the Boxers. And now we're going to have an official review by the Jewel Boxers. I want to give a big shout out to Null Inc., who's done some great merch designs this season for Arch Rival. Be sure to go see some of their work up at the merch booth there where you came into the arena this evening. Also be sure to vote for your fan favorite for the evening if you haven't yet.
Absolutely. I also want to give a big shout out to Coach Splatter's shiny, shiny jacket.
Yeah, I can't even look out there right now. It's blinding.
Oh, it's so good. Sugar Witch ice cream sandwiches. They are a longtime supporter of Arch Rival Roller Derby, as well as our favorite post-practice snack.
I do like myself an ice cream sandwich. STL Window Cleaners, proud sponsor of Arch Rival. Together we keep St. Louis shining on and off the track. That's STL Window Cleaners.
So as we're going through this official review, let's hear a big round of applause if you're here for the Lafayette Scare. And now let's give a big cheer for the Jewel Boxers.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Each team with one blocker in a box, a power jam in favor of the Scare to start. It's Frowntown out there for the Scare and picks up lead jammer. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the second half.
And that is 4 on the board for Frowntown as this power jam comes to an end. So So star in hand, Bab does get through on her initial. So Frowntown, another big jam. This one's shaping up to be 16 on the board. Looks like she's keeping an eye on that clock, trying to pad out that lead as much as possible. And we have a star pass now to De La Hoya.
So that jam comes to its natural conclusion. And no timeout called, so this game is going to end on the 24-14 jam in favor of the Scare. So your final score is going to be Lafayette Scare 295, Jewel Boxers 259. We're going to give out some MVP awards. Then we're going to have an intermission, but don't go anywhere because we have another game coming up this evening as the Fabulous Foxes take on the Botanical Guardians. But here we've got some MVPs to give out. All right, the MVP for the Boxers is going to be Birdo. And the MVP
The S1
for the
Lifer
Scare
helmet
is
is
gonna
one
be
size fits all for head
Uhura.
sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect how the helmet disperses impact energy. So no matter what size you are, an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet safety standards. If you have a small head or you have a really big head, don't worry, we have a helmet that will fit you too. Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and bigger helmet shell options. Remember, a great fit is crucial for safety. The S1 Lifer helmet, a better fitting, safer helmet.
Don't forget, everybody, at halftime of this game, if you bought a duck, we're going to be doing the Chuck a Duck. That'll be at halftime of this next game. So get those ducks ready. All right, everybody, it is just about time for game 2 of our doubleheader here this evening between the Botanical Guardians and the Fabulous Foxes. Starting off our roster for the Botanical Guardians. Zero, Feisty Faceplant. Number 1, Pau Prika. Number 10, Barcane Sugar. 1057, Shira. 1122, Triangel. 297, Maneke. 32, Weed Whacker. 328, Snapdragon. 411, Aloe Darkness. 418, Fun Guy. 42, Jack the Beanstalk. 59, Bruja. 618, Cruciferous. 70, Malort and Savior. 77, Wolfsbane. 904, It's Got What Plants Crave, Brawlo. 96, Disturbing the Peas. The Botanical Guardians are coached by Fox, Poison Ivy, and Solar Flare.
All right, for your Fabulous Foxes. Ooh, the wave. We have number 16, Pandora's Fox. Number 1853, Go Go. Number 30, Cannabay. Number 317, Tails. Number 331, we have Huckleberry Spin. Number 37 is Crash Bandicooter. 39, Evie. 41, Carrie in the Hen House. Number 64, Fox McCloud. Number 667, For Fox's Sake. Number 688, Block Turnal. Number 7, Vi Fidelity. 742 is Krusty. 810 is Foxy Skatey. 826, Fresh Out of Fox. 86, we have D. 919 is Skulky. And your coaches tonight are Lux Furious and Shred Astaire.
All right, we are just moments away from game 2 in tonight's doubleheader. And to start this game off, out there for the Foxes, it's Foxy Skatey. For the Guardians,
Wolfsbane.
that's Wolfsbane. And Foxy Skatey is going to be your lead jammer to get this game underway for the Foxes.
Wolfsbane out, about half a track behind. Foxy Skatey's got to make some quick work to get through and calls it off with 4 points.
Next up for the Foxes, it's Canabay going up against Shira for the Guardians.
We're off to a quick start with both jammers still stuck in the pack, working hard, but it looks like we're gonna have Canabay out for lead.
So Canabay hits the pack, picks up 4 points, and quickly calls a jam off before Shira can put any on the board.
Fabulous Foxes out to a quick lead. Your score is 8-0. Up next, we have Vi Fideli versus Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack the Beanstalk finds a line on the outside, picks up lead jammer for the Guardians.
And a big jump. Do we have any points? No. One.
Oh.
Worth the effort. Well worth the effort.
Huckleberry spin now on the line for the Foxes against Feisty Faceplant for the Guardians.
Huckleberry Spin is your lead jammer for the Foxes, while Feisty Faceplant's still working in the pack. We're having a long drawback here, both packs moving in the wrong direction, but Huckleberry Spin uses it to their advantage to get out for 4 more points.
Each team with 1 blocker in the box right now.
We have a tough grind for the Guardians pivot. That is Maneki, I believe, turned jammer with a very strong wall of Foxes. Maneki is working hard and gets reprieve.
Next up for the Foxes, it's Foxy Skatey going up against Snapdragon, or sorry, Wolfsbane for the Guardians.
Wolfsbane is your lead jammer, looking to extend their lead. The pack is moving awful fast, but Wolfsbane was able to steal a few points there. Oh, and none for the Foxes. Our score now 3 for the Botanical Guardians and 15 for the Fabulous Foxes.
Canabay out there now for the Foxes going up against Shira for the Guardians.
Shira almost out of the pack, but Evie was not pleased with that. Ooh. Was able to get a hit out and draw back ×2. Foxes are playing some excellent offense to help their jammer Canabe score some points and call it off before Shear was, I lied. Shear was able to sneak in 2 points. That's what hustle gets you.
Jack the Beanstalk out there now for the Guardians, going up against Vi Fidelity for the Foxes. Jack the Beanstalk going to be your lead jammer Guardians.
Vi Fidelity still fighting against that strong wall of Guardians, headed up by Maneki and Cruciferous.
Oh, we're going to have our first power jam of the game here as Jack the Beanstalk takes a seat. This will be a 2-minute jam.
Excellent hit by Vi Fidelity for 4 points.
Power jam comes to an end. Fox McLeod at the ready.
Got Fox McLeod working strong up top on defense, but Jack the Beanstalk able to get through, but Vi Fidelity right behind them.
So that jam comes to its natural conclusion. Looks like it's going to be a 16-8 jam in favor of the Foxes. The score, Foxes 39, Guardians 13, 21-23 to go here in the first half of game 2. It's going to be feisty faceplant out there now for the Guardians. Go up against Huckleberry Spin for the Foxes.
Wow, big hit by Feisty Faceplant out for lead.
Foxy Skating now out there for the Foxes. Wolfsbane out there for the Guardians. And Wolfsbane finds an inside line and he quickly picks up lead jammer.
Looks like half the team of the Foxes are falling victim to Sport Court. Wolfsbane's going to take advantage of it and try to score some points here before Foxy Skating gets around. And calls it with 2 blockers in the box. So the Guardians will be without their pivot and 1 more blocker to start this jam.
Canabe out there for the Foxes. Shearer out there for the Guardians.
Shearer playing some defense to help her team out. The Canabe is going to go ahead and crash right through.
Well-timed call off there by Canabay, picking up 3 points. Shira gets 0. No slippage and super comfy. Slip into some S1 Pro elbows. Jack the Beanstalk now out there for the Guardians. Vi Fidelity out there for the Foxes. And Vi Fidelity is going to pick up lead jammer for the Foxes.
Jack the Beanstalk still working, but we've got some friends coming out of the box for the Guardians to help out. Looks like it'll be a quick 4-in call for the Foxes.
Huckleberry spin now out there for the Foxes. For the Guardians, that's Aloe Darkness.
Sorry.
And Aloe Darkness is going to be your lead jammer, Botanical Guardians.
Huckleberry spin, trying to spin right and left, forward and back, trying to get it through this pack. Oh. Ouch. Aloe Darkness using some quick footwork to get past Evie, Carrie, and block Pandora's Fox. Well, Huckleberry Spin still struggling for that initial trip, looking for some help from their pivot.
So 3 points on the second pass, 7 points there on the jam. The score now, Foxes 50, Guardians 25. For the Foxes, it's going to be Foxy Skady on the jammer line. Wolfsbane out there for the Guardians. A 4-on-3 pack advantage in favor of the Foxes right now as Brawlo sits in the penalty box for the Guardians.
It's got what plants crave. Ooh. Quick lead by Foxy Skady. Oh no! All the action. We got Wolfsbane out of the pack. While Foxy Skady goes to the box, it'll be a power jam for the Guardians.
So a big opportunity here for the Guardians on the power jam. Wolfsbane showing a lot of energy right now, picking up points fast and furious.
Foxy Skady was our lead jammer, which means this jam will go the full 2 minutes.
So this jam will go the full 2 minutes, as Foxy Skady was lead jammer when they picked up that penalty.
Excellent hit out by Go-Go and a run back, but gets lit up by one of those Guardians. Woo! Foxy Skady with an excellent inside line to get 4 more points. While Wolfsbane is still stuck in the pack.
So a timeout being called by the Guardians. And it's going to be a 20-12 jam in favor of the Guardians there. Sorry, 20-14. So the lead now 19 points. The official chiropractor of arch rival, Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic, is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Dr. Jennifer McCleary provides top-notch sports chiropractic care, injury rehabilitation, acupuncture, nutrition consultation, and cutting-edge recovery modalities. Whether you're looking to recover from an injury, prevent one from happening, or simply optimize your performance, she has the expertise and experience you need. That's Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic.
Tonight's game is also sponsored by S1. The S1 Lifer helmet has the best fit and best protection, made for roller derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer.
Back in action here, and it's Canabe out there for the Foxes, Shira for the Guardians. Evie with a nice force out.
With the longest drawback in derby history, what was that, 110 feet? Shira and Evie just cannot get enough of each other. They're going to keep dancing while Canabe is working for that first scoring pass. Shira not interested in dancing any longer, out on that initial trip, coming to score. Guardians will start this next jam down one blocker.
Next up on the jammer line, that's Jack the Beanstalk for the Guardians, Vi Fidelity for the Foxes.
Go off to the box for a forearm penalty.
So Vi Fidelity is going to be your lead jammer. First scoring pass underway, picks up a quick 4 points, calls that jam off.
Looks like our fabulous Foxes have two blockers in the box, leaving Fox McLeod and Carrie in the henhouse to deal with feisty faceplant alone. Feisty faceplant out for lead and coming around to score. Well, Huckleberry Spin still struggling with Cruciferous. Carrie in the henhouse taking names. The big hit on Feisty Faceplant. Carrie and Go-Go in the back, joined by Pandora's Fox.
So a star pass to Fox McLeod there at the end of the jam. So 7 points on that jam for the Guardians. 20 points now the difference between these two squads. Fox is at 72, Guardians 52. 10:40 to go here in the first half. And now it's going to be Wolf's Bane out there for the Guardians against Foxy Skady for the Foxes. Foxy Skady, lead jammer for the Foxes.
Wolfsbane doing her best Renaissance painting at the end of that jam. Your Foxes are going to have Tails, Pandora's Flax, Skulky, and Go-Go on defense. Guardians with Paprika, Brawlo, Fungi, and excellent offense by the Guardians to help Shira get those last 3 points before calling.
Next up on the jammer line for the Foxes, it's going to be Vi Fidelity. For the Guardians, it's Jack the Beanstalk.
Vi Fidelity with a very smart line, getting past Aloe Darkness for lead jammer. Jack the Beanstalk still working to get past that wall of Foxes, while Vi Fidelity said, hey, that inside line worked pretty well last time. I'm going to try it again. And as Vi was about to call it off, it looks like a penalty was called. But she won't be alone. Jack the Beanstalk came to join her, which means we will have a jammer swap. And a 2-minute jam.
What every blocker loves, the 2-minute jam. Oh, and now another power jam here for the Guardians.
Fox McLeod doing some excellent work to get a hit out with an assist from Evie on the drawback. Fox is doing an excellent job trying to kill this penalty here.
Power jam comes to an end. Both teams back to full strength. And that jam comes to its natural conclusion. I think it's going to be an 8-8 jam.
Your score is 67-88 with the Foxes in the lead.
Huckleberry Spin now out there for the Foxes, going to be going up against Feisty Faceplant for the Guardians.
Feisty Faceplant out for lead for the Botanical Guardians, while Huckleberry Spin's still working to get through on that initial trip. Very unfortunate wall to go against with Weed Whacker and Disturbing the Peas. And now the pivot for Botanical Guardians going to the box. But Feisty Face Plant was able to get out and score some points while that was happening.
Next up for the Foxes on the jammer line, it's Foxy Skady, and for the Guardians, that's going to be Wolfsbane.
Some excellent defense by Fungi, Bruja, and Pau Prica, allowing Wolfsbane to get lead nearly immediately.
So 3 points there for the Guardians as they continue to chip away at that lead. 14 points now the difference. Foxes up 88-74 with 4:10 to go here in the first half. And now it's going to be Canabe out there for the Foxes against Shira for the Guardians. One blocker in the box for the Guardians, a 4-on-3 pack advantage for the Foxes.
Excellent escape by Shira for lead jammer. Looks like. Can't. Ooh, nope. Canabe fighting to chase Shira and steal some points.
Next up, Vi Fidelity out there for the Foxes, Jack the Beanstalk for the Guardians.
Jack the Beanstalk with a quick hop over Evie on the inside line to get lead jammer. Some quick footwork by Jack for another 4 points, but Vi Fidelity is going to follow suit. Jack at it again, another 4 points. Vi Fidelity liked the look of those easy 4. Big hit by Vi Fidelity on Aloe Darkness to get 4 more points for the Fabulous Foxes.
So we have a timeout now by the Botanical Guardians. Run by skaters for skaters, Derby Beast is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel and team stores. Design your print, choose your colors, and bring your ideas to life, ranging from jerseys, hoodies, tanks, shorts, covers, and now bandanas. They bring out the gear that makes your crew both fashionable and fierce. Outfitting the next wave of athletes on and off the track, unleash your beast at Derby Beast. Go to derbybeast.net to start your custom order today.
Make sure you check out our merch booth and get some cool product from our partner, Null Inc.
So it's not just a timeout by the Guardians here. They're actually doing an official review. Getting the thumbs down from Spin, so that's going to lead me to believe that the official review was unsuccessful. Now we're going to have an official review by the Foxes. Why not?
All right, located in Maplewood, 26 Fitness helps people fall in love with fitness by creating an inclusive, body-positive, CrossFit and weightlifting gym where strength builds confidence and community builds resilience. We work out because we love our bodies, not because we hate them. We pride ourselves on being welcoming, accessible, and completely non-intimidating. No egos, no judgment, just a supportive community that meets you where you are. Visit CrossFit26.com for more info. The battle of the official reviews.
White's official review was asking for a forum on the white jammer not retained. White's official review is asking for a high blocker jammer.
So neither official review is successful. Each team was looking to get a penalty call on the opposing team's jammer. So we're back in action here, and it's feisty faceplant for the Guardians is going to be your lead jammer. Huckleberry spin out there for the Foxes. I'm hearing lots of whistles, but I'm not seeing anybody leave the track. there we go. Fox McLeod now takes a seat.
Good edge work by feisty faceplant to stay in after that big hit from Gogo. For 4 points. We are coming up on a, dare I say it?
So a star pass to Skulky.
Your score is 99 to 100.
And now we're going to have an official timeout.
The officials had something to talk about, and it looks like we have feisty faceplant going to the box. If I had to guess, as they were calling it off, or as she was calling it off, she was stepping back on the track. Your first action needs to be removing yourself from the track to seed that cut in order to avoid sitting down for 30 seconds in the penalty box.
And now Foxy Skady, your lead jammer for the Foxes in what will be the last jam of the first half. The game clock is at 0, but this jam will go on until its conclusion.
Foxes were not comfortable with that 1 point differential. Gonna try and make some separation here between the team's scores before we go into halftime.
Power jam comes to an end as feisty faceplant re-enters play.
Feisty faceplant out of the pack, coming on that first scoring trip, and Foxy Skady is gonna end it all. that should bring us to halftime.
All right, if you bought a duck, come on down to the track because it is time for Chuck-a-Duck.
The S1 Lifer helmet is one size fits all for head sizes 20.5 to 23.5 inches. With our color-coded sizing liner system, you can be confident that you'll be able to create a perfect fit with the S1 Lifer helmet. Not all head sizes are the same, so size flexibility is crucial when you're looking to buy a helmet. Standard sizing liners do not affect
All right,
how the
let's get
helmet
everybody-
disperses impact energy.
Come on over here with your ducks. Have all your ducks in a row.
So no matter what size you are, an extra small or a 3XL, you can be confident that the S1 Lifer helmet will meet and or exceed current helmet
So
safety
you wanna
standards.
put
If
your
you have a
duck
small head or you have a really
in
big
this
head,
white
don't
square
worry.
that's
We have a helmet that
surrounded
will
by the
fit you
red
too.
ones.
Check out our Mini Lifer or our Mega Lifer helmet, which are our smaller and
This
bigger
is your
helmet shell
target.
options.
Right
Remember, a great fit is crucial
I
for
am not
safety.
your
The
target.
S1 Lifer helmet,
This
a better
square
fitting,
is your target.
safer helmet.
You get no points for hitting me. I think we got some more people coming down with ducks, I think. While we're waiting for the duck chuckers to get down here, a little bit of information if you weren't aware. A couple weekends ago, a couple of Arch Rivals travel teams visited the City of Angels to play a few games. At this event, Arch Rivals A team, the All-Stars, did something that hasn't happened since 2019. Rose City in Portland lost. And it was none other than our arch rival All-Stars that did the deed. They also beat Denver and Angel City to go 3-0 for the weekend and secure the #1 overall ranking going into the tournament. But not only did that occur, Arch Nemesis also went to LA and went 1-2, but their one win was enough to punch their ticket to the tournament. So both teams will be at the tournament coming up here very soon. So let's give it up for those travel teams. All right. Is everybody who's got a duck down here, is everybody ready? Now look, you guys over there, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage being all the way over there. So what you can do, here's what you can do. Wait for these guys to throw theirs and then run over and get a better spot. So don't feel like you got to throw it from way over there. All right. Is everybody ready? Hold your ducks up in the air. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh! How many ducks do you got? Did you just bring those with you? You got 18 ducks. What's going on here? Are we done? Are we all out? No, no, we got one more. With authority. Yeah, I think our pink one right here is going to be our winner. 64. Thank you everyone for participating in Shuck a Duck. Clean up aisle 5. Clean up aisle 5. What? All right, everybody, about to get back into action here in the second half between the Foxes, the Fabulous Foxes and the Botanical Guardians. Fabulous Foxes with a 13-point lead, 112-99. And to start the second half, it's going to be Wolfsbane out there for the Guardians, Canabe out there for the Foxes. And we are underway. And Wolfsbane's going to be your lead jammer for the Guardians.
Wolfsbane will call it off with 4 points to close that gap just a little bit. Next up, we've got Shira for the Botanical Guardians jamming and Foxy Skady for the Fabulous Foxes. Ooh! We got a big pile up in the pack, but Foxy Skady is out for lead. Shira's still working through the pack. Weed Whacker and Maneki doing some good defense up top to slow Foxy Skady down. She will call it with another 4 points. That jam will end 8-0 in favor of the Foxes. Oh, 4. I lied, just 4.
Next up on the jammer line for the Foxes, it's Vi Fidelity. And for the Guardians, that's Jack the Beanstalk.
Cruciferous, a constant menace on the track.
And a track cut call on Vi Fidelity is going to give the first power jam of the second half to the Guardians. Jack the Beanstalk, your lead jammer.
Jack out for 4 points. Ooh, Evie with a big hit on Jack, but also went out of bounds. Oh no.
Swapping power jams here as Jack the Beanstalk takes a seat. So now this will be a 2-minute jam.
Vi Fidelity working with her offensive players to get through for 4 points. Vi coming against a tough wall of Malort and Savior and Cruciferous. And they were able to get a hit out on Vi Fidelity on the inside line. Will be another power jam. Oh.
Woo. A 2-minute jam results in an 8-7 jam in favor of the Guardians.
There was a lot of action in that jam. 8-7.
So Wolfsbane on the line now. Power jam still in effect. Each team also down a blocker, so a little more room for Wolfsbane to work with, and quickly picks up lead jammer. Pau Prika picks up a forearm and will take a seat in the penalty box. So now down 2 blockers are the Guardians.
Fancy footwork by Wolfsbane to get through on their scoring pass. Ooh. Excellent hit up by Fox McLeod. That also helps Vive Fidelity get out on their initial trip. Yeah, Fox McLeod at it again, helping that jammer get through for another 4 points. Pau Prika going back to the box for a cut track penalty. Oh no. Triangel going to the box for the Guardians as well, just for trying to help a friend. An out of bounds assist. No good deed goes unpunished here. It's like Vive Fidelity sneaking under the radar, still 4 points there.
So that jam comes to its natural conclusion. A 16-12 jam in favor of the Guardians. And now just 8 points separates these two squads with 23:50 to go here in the second half. And it's going to be Huckleberry Spin out there for the Foxes against Feisty Faceplant for the Guardians.
Huckleberry Spin was helping to test the integrity and stretch of our Derby Beast jerseys by taking a nice shirt whip.
It's a very tightly woven pack. And finally, Huckleberry Spin picks up lead jammer for the Foxes.
And Feisty Faceplant out on that initial trip. Looks like oh wow. Feisty Faceplant are able to come around and steal some points there before Huckleberry Spin was able to call it off.
So it'll now be Canabe out there for the Foxes, Shira out there for the Guardians.
A 9-point differential between these two teams. And Shira for the Botanical Guardians out for a lead, trying to close the gap once again. Oh, wow. Wow. Lots of carnage on the track, my goodness. Shira goes to the box for a cut track penalty, which will be bringing the Fabulous Foxes a power jam and also a 2-minute jam. Got D and Evie with Pandora's Fox out there playing some excellent offense to help Canabe get out. And Weed Whacker doing everything she can to stop Canabe.
Canabe with another 4 points there for the Foxes. Now 4 points for the Guardians as well.
Shira Powers with some excellent edge work to get through that pack very quickly, chasing down Canabe. that jam comes to an end with 12 points for the Botanical Guardians and 16 points for the Fabulous Foxes, bringing our score to 142 to 155.
Still some time to hit up our merchandise booth and see some of the fantastic artwork of Null Inc. Done some great designs for us this season, so make sure to get up there and check out the merchandise booth. And we are back in action with Foxy Skady out there for the Foxes. Jack the Beanstalk out there for the Guardians, and Jack the Beanstalk's gonna be your lead jammer Guardians. So it looks like Jack the Beanstalk's going to pick up a couple points and then call that jam off. 11 points, now the difference. Foxes with the lead. 19:01 to go here in the second half.
Ooh, looks like we've got some confusion with who should be on the track and who shouldn't. We're going to take an official timeout to figure
Now it
it
looks
out.
like we're going to have an official timeout here real quick. Run by skaters for skaters, Derby Beast is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel and team stores. Design your print, choose your colors, and bring your ideas to life. Ranging from jerseys, hoodies, tanks, shorts, covers, and now bandanas. Go to derbybeast.net to start your custom order today. Back in action.
Ooh, for the first time on the jam line, we have, for Fox's sake, with lead jammer. Fun guy doing some work against for Fox's sake on defense, but for Fox's sake is going to push their way out to try and get some points here. They just got to get past Weed Whacker. Fox McLeod, an absolute menace tonight.
So a timeout called by the Guardians. 14 points now the difference. 17:35 to go here in the second half. The official chiropractor of arch rival Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Dr. Jennifer McCleary provides top-notch sports chiropractic care, injury rehabilitation, acupuncture, nutrition consultation, and cutting-edge recovery modalities. That's Triad Sports and Family Chiropractic.
And the jam starts with Foxy Skady out for lead on a power jam, with Feisty Faceplant going to spend 30 seconds in the penalty box. Ooh, Foxy Skady with the jukes to get through for 4 points. Making good use of this power jam. the Fabulous Foxes will be down one blocker for the next 30 seconds. We've got Feisty Faceplant still working to get through on that initial pass. Having to deal with Carrie in the hen house, Evie, and Tails. It's a nightmare for anybody. Well, Foxy Skatey's out for another 4 points. This is a 16-point jam so far in favor of the Fabulous Foxes. Looks like we have another Fox blocker going to the penalty box. One less for Feisty Faceplant to have to deal with on this next scoring pass.
So that jam comes to an end. 4 more points. So a 20-2 jam there in favor of the Foxes. Stretches that lead out to 32 points now.
We've got Barcane, Sugar, Malort and Savior, and Brawlo on defense for the Botanical Guardians with Shira jamming. And Canabe for the Foxes out for lead. Canabe is going to call it off with a 4-0 score end to that jam, leaving one blocker in the box for the Botanical Guardians and one blocker sitting in the box for the Fabulous Foxes.
So Jack the Beanstalk now out there for the Guardians. Vi Fidelity for the Foxes.
Vi Fidelity pushing against Weed Whacker, Triangel, and Aloe Darkness, able to get out for lead jammer. Jack the Beanstalk out on that initial trip, while Vi Fidelity finishes that first scoring pass and ends the jam, hopefully before Jack was able to score. Strategic ending to that jam, leaving 2 of the Botanical Guardians blockers in the box and only 1 for the Fabulous Foxes. This will give an advantage to Huckleberry Spin. Wolfsbane doing excellent work against that big wall of Fabulous Foxes. My goodness. Evie with a big hit out. Huckleberry Spin out for lead jammer. With Wolf. Got Huckleberry Spin back in the pack, fighting against a full wall of Botanical Guardians. That looks like Cruciferous, Keep the Peas, Aloe Darkness, and Triangel, making Huckleberry Spin work for each of those points.
Line for the Foxes, that's Foxy Skatey going up against Shira for the Guardians.
Excellent sneak by the inside line to get lead jammer for Foxy Skatey. She's also excited about it. Foxy Skatey going to call it off to keep Shira from scoring in. Oh, didn't work. Shira got 1 point and Foxy Skatey got 3. Every point should be celebrated that way.